Amici, proseguiamo Astrologaster. Io non ho ancora ben capito come si pronunci.
Good day, sir. How may I? By Jupiter! Can it be true? Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, Lord of Her Majesty's Privy Council, a hero of the Battle of Cadiz.
Prithee, calm yourself, Sirrah. Pray, treat me just as you would any other querent.
Of course, as it pleases your lordship. But may I say, what a great privilege it is to... may I offer you a...
You are the man who had some success treating the plague some years past, are you not?
Oh, indeed, my lord. You are very well informed. My strong water did save many a Londoner from a most lamentable death.
Then
Insomma,
chance you might have some cunning cure for me as well. For since I am returned to England, upon having resolved that small matter in Spain, I find myself afflicted with the most vexing ailment.
Oh, but your most glorious capture of the Spanish city of Cadiz was no small matter, my lord. All England talks of nothing else. Why, pamphlets recounting your heroic exploits are sold on every street corner in London.
Mayhap they are. I know nothing of them. My single-handed victory against the King of Spain was but a trifling affair, and the least I could do for my queen and a grateful nation. But I fear vast riches and the hearts of many a Spanish beauty were not the only things I did capture while I was there.
What else did you capture in Spain, my lord? I fear I do not grasp your meaning. If you would kindly show me where upon your body you are...
As you see, this Spanish disease I caught has me oozing a most disagreeable substance.
Methinks I have a fair idea of the nature of your affliction. But I must confirm the judgment with a reading of the stars. Let us see. What disease troubles Robert Lord Devereux, the Earl of Essex?
ma non ho capito che problema ha. Ok, quindi vediamo un po'. Soffre di gonorrea, la Madonna. Eh, eh, Problemi d'amore. Ma io come... Indigestione, no. Sai che secondo me è la gonorrea. Non vorrei cercare su Google gonorrea perché non so bene che... Cioè, non voglio averlo nella mia cronologia, onestamente. Però... Cerchiamo di tradurre bene la malattia, così cerchiamo di capire bene che cazzo ha quest'uomo. Che sembra il Pitch the Black di Hogwarts Legacy, tra l'altro. E allora penso sia proprio gonorrea. Andiamo con la cosa più tragica proprio.
You have gonorrhea, my lord. 'Tis a condition provoked by an
Così,
increase
inimicizie.
in intimate activities.
Too much strumpy-humpy, eh? Well, 'tis true that since news of my victory got about, every wench from Southwark to Shoreditch wants a piece of my action, as it were. And how may this gonorrhea be cured?
The most effective method is lead plate therapy. Usually this requires a man to lie in bed for many hours with a leaden plate positioned upon his privy parts, thus allowing the lead to impart its healing properties to the affected member. But, of course, men such as your lordship have no time to lie around in bed, which is why... Let me just fetch it from my cabinet. Which is why I invented this.
And that is what? Some sort of wonder job, like the ones old men used to wear?
Precisely so, my lord. 'Tis a codpiece that I had a blacksmith fashion out of lead. I invite your lordship to wear it under your breeches so that the lead may remain in contact with your privy member at all times. Indeed, until you are cured.
How very droll this is. Verily, how old-fashioned. I will appear as hung as old King Henry Tudor. Mayhap I just wear it in my chambers.
Good day, and please come again. If you need anything at all, I am at your service.
Ho sbagliato. Ok. La puttana. Ma così, cioè, 70 subito. È il primo caso. Eccola qui. Stiamo per finire la sua storiella, quindi. Giusto? Sì, mi chiamo qui questa cosa non me la spiego. Ma tanto lo andai a puttane dopo. Proseguiamo.
Ah, Avis, I did not expect to see you this evening. Do you bring news?
Aye, some very good news, at least if you confirm it for me. Methinks I am with child.
Ah, how very wondrous. And, have you any idea of who might...
Aye, verily, with child, but I dare not to. Forsooth, what if it be naught but false hope?
Then let us ask the stars without delay. Is Mistress Avis Allen verily with child?
Allora, che cazzata le diciamo oggi? Ok. Madonna. Ok. Madonna. Andiamo all'ottimismo. Un minimo.
Madam, the stars confirm that you are indeed with child. And that the father is...
Oh, joy! Simon, is it not wondrous? You and I are to be blessed.
Hold. I am not finished. The stars also reveal the identity of the father.
There is no need to read the stars for that, for surely 'tis obvious that you...
Prithee, admit it. You have been coupling with my manservant, William.
Why, you... I warrant the stars say nothing of the sort.
See here, in my chart. 'Tis plain as day. In the house of children, alongside Venus, there is the planet Mars. Who else but William could that be?
But such scribblings of yours, they mean nothing to me. For all I know, you make up those stories about planets and houses and such. Why, verily, perchance you might draw up a new chart, Simon. One that tells of how the planet Avis is no longer in the House of Foreman.
You would mock me, madam? You would make a jest of my... Oh, I see. Leaving now, are you? Then you do so. You leave. I bid you good day.
Ho fatto casino. Lui è nuovo. Lui è nuovo. Giusto? No, ho sbagliato. Sì, lui è nuovo.
Good even, sir. Who do I have the pleasure of welcoming to my chambers this day?
Nicholas Muggs, proprietor of Muggs Rugs down on Silver Street.
Ah, the wig makers. You supply wigs to players, do you not? I have heard tell of your fine work from some of my playhouse querents.
I thank ye for your kindness, sir. I do hear you are very skilled at your trade also. For are you not the curer of the plague of 92? Forsooth, I do hope you may cure me as well. For though I do not think I have the plague, whatever I have is doubtless most great.
La
No
Madonna.
matter what my wife thinks.
And what is it your wife thinks?
It be her mind that I have taken naught but a chilly cold in the head. But 'tis not so, Dr. Foreman, for I ache all over. My throat is grown sore, and I cough day and night.
Day and night, you say?
Aye, verily.
I see. Then let us consult the stars. What does ail Nicholas Mugg?
Mal di gola. Ipocondria. Potrebbe essere fatale, mi sembra eccessivo. No, vabbè, andiamo qui, cioè... Ha un suo senso, ecco.
I am pleased to say that your wife is correct, and you have little to worry over. You have what we doctors call frigidus ad hominem, or as it is more commonly known, a man cold.
Frigid... A man cold, you say?
Aye, 'tis a cold in the head, suffered uniquely by those of the male sex. And although it be a minor affliction, the suffering can be very great.
A minor affliction, you say? That cannot be right. I bid you check the stars again, sir. For see how ill I am, and my throat grows so hoarse I can hardly speak.
I think the trouble in your throat may be occasioned by overuse. Perhaps you might try, discoursing less.
Well, I think you ought to know that I will be seeking a second opinion.
As you will, sir. Good day.
Ah, zero proprio? Ah no, scende. Ah, perché parte da 20. Quindi ho proprio sbagliato completamente, grande. Gesù, vanno troppo a caso. Vediamo un po'.
Good day, my lord. How may I do you service? Would it pertain to some thrilling adventure upon which you may soon be embarking?
Indeed it does. Sir Walter Raleigh and I did recently come across some intelligence concerning a fleet of Spanish ships that will soon be sailing home from the New World, bearing a goodly cargo of gold. Raleigh and I plan to borrow the royal fleet, which we will use to intercept the ships and seize the treasure.
Huzzah! But, borrow the Royal Navy, you say?
Aye, only temporarily, of course. The Queen will hardly know her ships are gone. Indeed, when we return them to her bearing a handsome prize of Spanish gold, she will doubtless forgive our failure to file the correct paperwork and whatnot.
Doubtless. And how may I assist your lordship in this glorious endeavour?
Well, in order to intercept the Spanish fleet, we must know which route it is planning to take. One possibility is that it returns to Spain having retrieved the gold from the New World's southern continent. The other possibility, and this is the one Sir Walter thinks most likely, is that the gold has already been transported by conquistadors from the southern continent up to Havana, and the ships are to fetch it from there.
Then let us see whether the stars can tell us upon which route the treasure ships may be intercepted on their return to Spain from the New World. Will they be sailing from the southern continent or from the Spanish colony of Havana?
Vediamo. Allora, eccessivo. Non sarebbe malissimo. Ok. No, andiamo qua.
The Spanish treasure ships will take a direct route back from the southern continent, from whence the gold was, found. For it seems the treasure was, well, discovered by the fleet's own soldiers.
Excellent, excellent. But where are we to intercept them? Pray, give me the precise day, latitude, and longitude.
Certainly, my lord. But divining nautical coordinates is a somewhat lengthy and complex process. If your lordship would kindly return in an hour or so.
Quickly, sir! I have not the time to bide here all day.
Well then, let me see now. Taking into account the position of Jupiter, divide by 3, carry the 1. Yes. The Spanish treasure ships may be intercepted upon the 15th day of October at a latitude of
Paese va in
9 and
merda
40
anche
degrees
questo,
north and 5 and 20 degrees west, or thereabouts. That said, however, I cannot promise you that...
Excellent. Raleigh and I shall sail to this very spot. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Godspeed, my lord.
Sembra ovvio che andrà totalmente in merda. Anche lei è nuova. Non sbaglio. Giusto? Sì.
Good evening to you, madam. How might I...
Aye, pray go tell your master, Mr. Foreman, that Mistress Alice Blagg is come to see him.
Ah, Mistress Blagg. It is I, Dr. Simon Foreman, at your service. And what an honour it is to welcome the wife of the Dean of Rochester to my humble practice. To whom do I owe my thanks for having recommended you to my care?
Well, I will not lie, you owe your thanks to nobody, for folk do tell me that you are not a real doctor, but a quack, who does conjure demons and dabbles most unlawfully in the dark arts.
I do assure you, madam, that whatever you may have heard, I am a...
Nay, do not quibble, sir. If I did seek the counsel of a doctor who has one of those fancy medical degrees, of the kind of high-bred know-it-all who does see fit to judge a woman and vex her most cruelly, I would have gone elsewhere. But, truth be told, I have need of such a man as you, for I have been bewitched by a witch.
Ah, I see.
Yea, a loathsome spell has been cast upon me. It does cause me to awaken in the morning with a most terrible pain in my head, a pain so wretched it does have me chundering into my chamber pot.
Pain in the head and involuntary purging. And what leads you to believe your suffering is occasioned by witchcraft?
Well, the timing is most unnatural. My troubles do occur every Saturday morning without fail. I suspect the doings of our new neighbour, the widow MacDoon. As well as being Scottish, she does possess several cats.
Several cats, you say?
One or two of which I may have kicked, and now she has seen fit to take revenge upon me with her dark, foreign magic.
Giustamente.
Indeed. Scotland is well known for the powerful black witchcraft practiced by its womenfolk. But as compelling as this evidence may be, my practice does draw upon the latest scientifical arts. To diagnose your condition, I must first perform a rigorous astronomical analysis. So, let us see now, what do the stars say is the cause of your Saturday morning suffering?
Ma questa non l'abbiamo ancora sbloccata, non lo so. Ha bisogno di mangiare, immagino. Ok. Ma perché dovrebbe essere incinta? Ma dimmi qualcosa in più nella domanda. Cioè, cazzo... non so parlare... Da qui, io che cosa ti dico fuori? Boh.
Madam, may I delicately inquire as to whether it be the habit of you and your husband to take wine with supper? On Friday evenings, perchance? Drinking a little overmuch on occasion is nothing to be ashamed of. Many of my most respectable querents do find that a fine French claret can be deceptively...
Oh, nay, more's the pity. My husband is a tiresome teetotaler who prefers to spend his evenings writing sermons and counting coin. He hardly ever accompanies me to the tavern on Fridays.
Does he not? Well, in any case, I am much afraid that the ale you do consume upon these tavern visits may be to blame for your affliction. The consumption of strong drink can provoke an excess of black bile, which then does cause the body to purge itself the following day. I do advise you to consider...
Then I am not bewitched. But if that be true, then to poor Molly MacDoon I have been most rude and unneighbourly. For shame! I must go to her this hour and apologize. Fare you well, Mr. Foreman. I must bid you good day.
Non sembra essere andata male, eh. Ok.
Beware conspirations, plots and machinations, the schemes of big physics to sell you their wares. Their cures do us violence, but they call it science. They mock our beliefs and belittle our fears.
Questo chi era? Abbiamo incontrato adesso. Ah sì, giusto, gli avevamo detto che era malato. E ci ha mandato a fanculo. Grandi. Ce ne mancano 1, 2, 3, 4 da incontrare ancora. Buono. Ok, devo un attimo sistemare la mia sedia.
Ah, well met, Mr. Mugg. How fare you since our first consultation?
It seems as you were right. Though I was, in sooth, much troubled with the vile disease of, what did you say it was? Fudgipus and Honeyman, I did not die.
Frigidus ad hominem. I am most glad to hear it, sir. Indeed, you do look well.
Well, mayhap I look well now, but 'twill not be for long. I have been poisoned.
Poisoned? By the saints! Who is the author of this foul deed?
My friend George Sprottle, the bookbinder. I did dine with him not 2 hours ago.
Ah, I see. A bout of evil digestion. Pray tell, was there turned meat or some such at table?
Nay, not meat. 'Twas a pie full of cherries. I had a bite of it afore I knew what I was eating.
Cherries, you say?
Aye, cherries. And this after I took particular care to give Mistress Sprottle a list of foods I must not eat. I added cherries to the list when I did hear that the Countess of Devonshire has declared against their noxious qualities.
The Countess of Devonshire, you say? Noxious qualities, indeed. And now your symptoms, Mr. Mugg. Had you any reaction after eating these cherries?
My reaction? Well, I reacted as any man would. I spat them out. And know you what Mr. Sprottle did then, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, but pray tell.
He did laugh at me. He even called me a dinner-ralphing fusspot. Fie, I may soon be in the grave, thanks to George. Will he still be laughing then?
Well, let us not speculate, shall we, Mr. Mugg? Now, let us see what the stars may tell us. What ails...
Sarà intollerante. E non... Ma no,
It
intolleranza.
seems you have indeed been poisoned. The cherries have provoked an imbalance of choler. You must take the antidote for cherry poisoning, which is... let me see what I have here in my cabinet. Ah, yes. Saccharum officinarum. Dissolve a pinch of these crystals on your tongue before dinner for a week.
Saccharum?
Saccharum officinarum, more commonly known as sugar.
Sugar, forsooth. I have heard tell of sugar. 'Tis a rare and fine substance, I do believe, and therefore doubtless most efficacious.
Buono? Buono.
William! Ah, there you are. Did Mistress Allen call whilst I was out this day? Nay? You're quite sure about that, are you? Ah, I see. I cannot understand it. Why has Avis not come these past weeks? Does she no longer wish to see me?
Mm. Non sembrano... Boh. Continuiamo a essere ottimisti, dai.
So, 'tis the madness of my love that keeps Avis away. My jealous passions and accusations have vexed her, mayhap even caused her fright. When she comes to see me again, for she surely will, by and by, I must remember to be kinder to her, to not plague her with my suspicions. And until Avis does return, well, there are other women in the world, are there not?
Ma sì. Ah, stiamo tra l'altro finendo. Perché credo che come arrivi, no? Come arrivi il suo momento, si finisca comunque un capitolo. Perché appena finito il capitolo 4 ci mancano 5-6, quindi lo si finisce a breve. Allora, signora, devo ringraziarla per aver risolto cazzo, non mi viene da parlare in italiano. Il understanding è quando non si capiscono. Fraintendimento. Il nostro fraintendimento tra me e la mia vicina, la signora Molly. Mi avevi avvisato che i miei mal di testa e i crampi allo stomaco di... non mi ricordo che cazzo giorno è Saturday, non sono causati dalla sua stregoneria, ma dal mio alcolismo. Hai detto la verità e te ne sono grato. Comunque, se prima Molly non era non era autrice della mia sofferenza, lo è sicuramente ora. Da quando siamo diventate amiche, andiamo in taverna ogni giorno. Letta di raccomandazione al 30%, buono. Ma tanto con lei è inutile, con lei è completamente... Io non capisco cosa fare con lei, perché qualsiasi cosa io faccia va di merda. Non capisco.
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Much time has passed since I last saw you. How do you fare?
In truth, not well, Dr. Foreman, not well at all.
Then I am full sorry for it, madam. Pray, tell me what manner of ill has befallen you.
First, I must beseech your pardon, sir, for methinks Mr. S. may verily be my prowler after all, as you did surmise.
Think nothing of it, madam. But what has made you change your mind about him?
I have been publicly humiliated. Mr. S. has been circulating a collection of insulting sonnets about an unnamed dark lady, and all of London thinks this dark lady is me.
Well, your complexion is rather, that is to
I
say...
am described as having foul breath and black wires for hair. Though methinks the very worst line is the one that tells of a gross body rising at the utterance of my name. And I cannot abide illusions, Dr. Foreman. If Mr. S. wishes to reference bodily levitation and other such cheap stage magic, he would do well to leave my name out of it. My interest is in the dramatic arts, not fairground attractions.
I am not sure that is quite his meaning.
Dr. Foreman, you know of Mr. William Shakespeare, then? Do not tell me you have read the sonnets.
Well, I own that I have. But as you did remark, madam, all of London has read them.
Oh, well, I am undone. My professional reputation is now utterly spoiled, for now the whole world will look upon me as naught but Mr. Shakespeare's fan.
Ah, lei è la compagna di Shakespeare, cazzo, appena collegato.
They judge me on my own merits.
Let us hope it is not as grave as that, madam. Have you discoursed upon the matter with him?
Nay, I dare not confront him about it. For we are almost at an end with our work on a play, and I dare not risk it not being staged.
Then let us see what the stars advise. What may Mistress Lanier do to restore her professional reputation?
Allora, lei si sente umiliata dal buon William. Guarda che stava laggando. Non può laggare in sto gioco. Allora. Vabbè, allora, che lei ha un po' paura di mettersi in una relazione. Ma che cazzo. Quest'uomo è rapato peggio di molti moderatori di Discord comunque. Allora, ma sai cosa? Ma sì, vomitiamo merda su
You
Shakespeare.
are right to be concerned about the damage to your reputation, Mistress Lanier, for there is a danger that your partnership with Mr. Shakespeare and his depiction of you in his sonnets will forever overshadow your own literary achievements.
God's womb. But what can I do to forestall such an injustice?
I suggest you spread a rumour of your own about another lady. For instance, there is a brothel owner in Clerkenwell they call Black Luce. If you were to put it about that she is the subject of Shakespeare's sonnets, 'twould do her reputation no harm. Indeed, the effect would be quite the reverse, for doubtless there be many a man at present who would pay handsomely for a tumble with Shakespeare's dark lady.
Well, indeed. I do feel 'tis most important to advance the interests of my fellow women,
Una volta è andata
especially
bene.
those seeking to make their way in business. Oh, do you see that, Dr. Foreman? 'Tis your mute Italian querent, Signor Ferraro. He is staring at us through the window.
Is he? Ah, then doubtless he has come for another consultation.
E una volta è andata bene con lei. Chiudo la parte qui, sono felicissimo.